Hi, I'm Christine Tizzard. I'm the three-way chef, and today we're doing ceviche 3 different ways. Ceviche is one of my favorite things to do for an appetizer when people are coming over because there's no cooking involved. All it is raw fish cooked in some sort of acid. The first recipe we're doing today is just straight up Mexican style ceviche. So here I have 250 grams, half pound of bay scallops, the really nice small ones, because then I don't have to cut them up. And I have some shrimp that I've just cut up into bite-sized chunks. To that, I'm gonna add my lime juice, fresh lime juice. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna add my green onion. Now these green onions, you can see they're fairly large, so I wanna cut them down a little bit, so I'm just gonna slice them in half first. This is a great trick if green onions are in season and they come and they're really big. And I'm just gonna chop them up, throw that in, a nice red chili. I always find I have to taste them to judge how hot they are sometimes. Some recipes say half, some recipes say 1. So I'm gonna start with a half. I'm gonna dice it. And just take a little taste. This one's actually kind of sweet, so I can use the whole one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this cook in the fridge, cover it up. 30 minutes is all it needs. You don't wanna overcook it. And then after, I'm gonna dice up some avocado, fold that in, and we'll serve it with some tortilla chips. I mean, that is an appetizer done in less than 5 minutes. Perfect for 2 people. The second way I'm going to do ceviche is a Peruvian style. So I'm just going to change it up a little bit. It's a little fancier. The number one distinguishing factor between like a Peruvian and a Mexican is that I'm actually going to add corn, and this is raw corn that I've just shucked and super sweet, which is great, and it's going to add some crunch as well. Here I have my halibut. Same thing, 250 grams, enough for 2 people, and I've just cut the halibut up into nice chunks. Here, I have my onion. This is red onion, a small one. Now I did let this sit in water for a little bit, for about 10 minutes. I wanted to get rid of some of the oniony flavor, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna drain this. Softens up the onion a little bit too. To the onion, I'm gonna add my cubes. And I'm gonna add a combination of lemon juice and orange juice. And I'll serve it at the end with some little orange segments as well. We'll add our salt, we'll add our pepper, and then that corn. Cilantro, about a tablespoon. Some garlic, about half a clove. And then for heat, I'm gonna add a little skinny green chili, which I'm just gonna thinly slice. Give it a stir. And this ceviche will only take about 10 minutes in the fridge to cook. So I'll pop that in the fridge and we'll plate that in a little bit. My third recipe for a ceviche is actually not really a ceviche. I know, I've been lying. This is a poke, which is still a raw fish preparation. Actually, it's one of my favorite ways to have raw fish. I have my tuna here. Now this is sashimi grade tuna. If you're looking for tuna, phone around a few places, see if they have sashimi grade tuna. Typically, I find it at a local Japanese store and it comes frozen in these little packages. It only takes a couple hours to thaw out in the fridge. And once it's thawed out, it can last up to 24 hours in your fridge, so that's great. I'm gonna take this out, I'm gonna pat it dry. And we have this beautiful piece of raw tuna. So great. And I'm gonna cut it up into chunks. Nice meaty chunks. Lovely. To this, I'm gonna mix some yellow onion, finely diced, some green onions, and then one nice hot red chili. And everything's very finely diced. I'm gonna add some ginger. Just grate it right over top with a rasp. I find it's the easiest way. And then I have some tamari sauce. You can also use soy sauce. I like tamari, it keeps it gluten-free. We'll add some dark sesame oil. I mean, this stuff has a lot of flavor, so we just need 2 teaspoons, not a lot. We'll add a pinch of salt, and then of course some pepper. Just give it a toss. And I'm gonna go get the other 2 ceviches out of the fridge because they're probably ready, and I'm gonna show you how to plate. So both of my ceviches are done. I'm gonna lay these aside because first I wanna show you how I have plated this poke. I just piled it on a plate. I'm gonna serve it with little seaweed wrappers and some plain rice, really easy. I'll also sprinkle some raw sesame seeds right on top. Roasted macadamia nuts. I mean, that makes it really Hawaiian. Nice crunch. And I'll also put a little drizzle of olive oil, a nice good quality olive oil. It'll complement the tuna. And there you have it, a super cute way to have poke. My next one, this is the Mexican style, the first one we did. It's been marinating in the fridge for half an hour. You can see that the seafood is already cooked, which is perfect. And I want to add some avocado to this. So I'm just gonna dice up some avocado. I just do it right in its skin, just like this. We'll add some chopped cilantro, and I'm just gonna plate this right in a glass. I don't want any of that residual lime juice in there, so I'm just scooping it up. And I'm gonna serve this with some nice tortilla chips. And my last one, the Peruvian style. We used halibut, it's cooked through. We used that raw corn. And I'm gonna plate it in these really super cute lettuce cups. I'm gonna add an orange segment to each one. So you can eat these as little wraps. And I'll garnish with some little radish. Thinly sliced. Add a little bit of a kick. So there you have it, 3 easy ways to do ceviche. If you like this recipe, subscribe, comment. If there's any recipes that you would like for me to do 3 ways, let me know. I love your comments.